Alright. Hello everyone, good evening. We are about ready to get started now. It is September, and it's time to start my Halloween games. And I was going to restart Corpse Party Blood Drive. I started on it much earlier this year, but it kind of got away from me, and so I don't really know I kind of forgot about a lot of what was going on, so I decided that I was just going to restart it. By the way, Judge Judy Slayer, thank you for the follow. Only problem here is, for some reason, it is not picking up my controller for whatever reason. It doesn't even seem to recognize that there's a... It doesn't even seem to recognize that there's a controller plugged in. Give me 1 second. Okay, my PC itself seems to recognize it. Okay, now the game just crashed. Okay, maybe we won't be doing this tonight. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, like I said, I decided to just go ahead and restart this game from the beginning to start my Halloween block for this year. 2 years ago, I did the first Corpse Party game. Last year, I did the sequel, Book of Shadows, and so... So now we're going to go ahead and start the third game, Blood Drive. Starting with Chapter 0, A Faint Light. And now I think this is going to pick up where Book of Shadows left off. It ended with Naomi and Ayumi finding the titular Book of Shadows. It's basically the Necronomicon. They had the Ayumi had the brilliant idea of trying to use it to bring back their dead friends, and it backfired very badly. Almost killed Naomi and Ayumi as well, but then Ayumi's sister was able to stop the ritual, but
Ayumi-chan!
yeah, Hino. And then her head explodes. And that was the note Book of Shadows ended on. It had been 2 months since the Book of Shadows incident. I'd been critically wounded by the blowback from the sorcery I had involved myself with, but Nakashima was there to carry me out from the crumbling Shinozaki estate. The two of us were picked up on the side of the old mountain road and rushed to a hospital, where I was restored to stable condition. The grimoire responsible for so much of the horror everyone had been through, the Book of Shadows, was buried in the rubble of the estate when its roof collapsed.
天神小学校が崩壊し、私たちが現世に戻ってきてから2ヶ月が過ぎた。いや、これでいいの？
We see them doing the Sachiko Ever After ritual.
おかしいな。都市伝説掲示板の噂では、これをやった直後に地震が起きて神隠しに遭う危険ありって書いてあったのに。ちょっと、そんなのに付き合わせてたの？
Yeah, really?
ひどい。ごめんごめん。これでみんな離れ離れにならずに済むよ。幸子を失ったあの空間からは幸せの幸子さんの効力も消え、迷い込んだ聖者を閉じ込めて残酷に命を奪う呪いの学校を消滅させられたのは良かったけれど、私たちは友達と先生の命とその生きた証、存在までもが奪われてしまった。
Right, them being the only ones who remember they ever existed.
聖子はいたんだよ。どうしてみんな分かってくれないの？そんな子いないのよ。さあ、薬を飲みなさい。
Yeah, Naomi's mom thinks she's crazy.
ナオミ飲みなさい。飲むの？いや、私はおかしくない。おかしくなんかないんだから。生き残った私たちにとってこの2ヶ月は地獄のような日々。誰か助けて！兄ちゃん、しっかりして！絶対死なせないから！私は軽はずみに手を出したオカルト儀式のせいで出血多量の大怪我をして何週間も入院を余儀なくされてしまった。
退院してから初めて登校した如月学園。校門前で私は校舎を見つめて身をすくめた。この門をくぐれば鈴本さんや結衣先生たちのいない現実をいやおうなく思い知らされるから。
篠崎。
Satoshi and the others.
みんなこの世界で心の底から分かり合えるのはこの5人だけ。存在の消えた4人のことを共有できるから。
おかえり。退院おめでとう。
Group hug. Oh, okay, we can move about freely. As you can see, this is more of a, it looks like sort of a, this was actually a 3D, I guess, adventure game, I guess. The format's changed quite a bit over over each game. The first game was kind of a 2D adventure horror game. Originally it was made in RPG Maker, but later builds of it improved on it. The second game, Book of Shadows, was mostly a visual novel, but it had point and click elements to it as well. And now this one's something different once
おか
again.
えり委員長。
中島さん。
おお、篠崎。やっと出てきたか。
岸沼くん。
篠崎、おかえり。
うん。ありがとう。
あゆみお姉ちゃん、大丈夫ですか？
ありがとうゆかちゃん。大丈夫よ。この時私はまだ知らなかった。天神症のあった多重閉鎖空間どころではない現実のこの世界に。
幸せのサーチみんなおまじない好きだよね。またなんか新しいの仕入れなきゃ。ママ、今日は早番だといいな。お腹空いちゃった。ママ。
Guess who else is starving? Oh. Sheesh.
呪いは
Is that
し
Sachi?
つつあったことに。
Oh, now we officially get the intro.
開いた瞳の奥へと続くのはあんなに愛した心繰り返す過ちを許す言葉なら現実に縛られた時を振りほどくいくつもの分かれ道そこに閉ざされてた迷いさえ解き放つ歌声響いてい
変死事件がまた起こりました。死亡した中学生の佐久間凛さんは
Again.
大
背骨が
丈夫だった
折れた状態で発見されており、
まったく転んだ拍子に落ちていた刃物でああも大怪我するなんて一体何をしていたのあゆみ
Oh, that was your excuse. You tripped.
日の絵みたいにまた幽霊がどうのとかオカルトまがいなことをしてるんじゃないでしょうねほっといてよ
Seems you touched a nerve.
もういつものこととはいえ日の絵もどこへ行っているのやらうちの娘たちは親に心配ばかりかけて
Oh, she doesn't even know what happened to her. Oh, jeez. Don't put yourself out again.
忌まわしい記憶
Massive earthquake rippled through the basement of the Shinozaki estate, leaving it teetering on the edge of collapse. Worse still, the whole place was in flames. Hino's mangled form appeared as if shimmering in the fire's light, red glinting off of red around the edges of the blades that were rapidly sluicing her flesh. They danced around and through her almost whimsically, prompting unnatural gyrations throughout her body without ever letting her so much as touch the ground. Oh shit. I like how this series plays around with a lot with discretion shots, a lot with the CGs. Not actually seeing the really bad stuff, but they're not afraid to describe it in quite gruesome detail in the actual text. Reminds me of Shadowgate and Uninvited for the back on the NES. Even did stuff like that, which was given the nature of the NES back then is. Even that's quite shocking. I grabbed onto Hino's body in a vain attempt to pull her to safety. But Hino used what little strength she had left to push me back.
あゆみちゃん生きるのよ。お姉ちゃんはいつもあなたの心の中にいますよ。
I could distinctly hear those words in the back of my head, spoken in a soft, soothing voice. It was short-lived, however, as the ceiling suddenly became webbed with cracks and fissures, and a massive beam fell from above, crushing her upper body entirely. With this, I shot to my feet and began running in circles, screaming uncontrollably. I would have run right into the rapidly spreading fire if Naomi hadn't caught me. My hands and feet were covered in red bruises and cuts from the swarm of blades that my spell had summoned. Naomi was bleeding as well, but nowhere near as badly.
ダメ、委員長、逃げるのよ。離してよ。離して。失われたみんなの存在を取り戻すため、篠崎幸子と天神症の呪い、その根源を追う私と中島さんの前に取り壊され、この世に存在しないはずの篠崎義恵と幸子の成果が現れた。その地下にあった古代の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズで黒魔術を試した私は、夢かうつつかもわからない恐ろしい事態に襲われて瀕死の重傷を負ってしまったのだ。どうしてあの場所が分かったのかは知れないけれど、飛び込んできたお姉ちゃんが私をかばって、結局私は何もできず、ただ犠牲を増やしただけだった。
Oh, jeez.
死んじゃえばよかったのに。私なんか、みんな私の犠牲者じゃない。私なんか
いいぞ、死ね。死ね。死ね。
Huh? Heck?
なんだよ、やめるなよ。
Who the
その
hell?
まま死ねよ。
Who the hell are you? With one shoe on my desk and sporting a rare open-mouthed version of a shitting grin, a boy wearing a black parka was just somehow there, in my room without explanation.
死んでくやつが俺の名前なんて興味ねえだろ。嘘ばっかだな、お前の反応。それが嘘だろって言ってんだよ。本心はどこだ、クソ女。殺したいんじゃなくて助けたいんだろ。苦しんでるてめえをよ。
Kind of like what? His hoodie's got kind of what, like a kind of a Belphegor vibe. It's what the demon on it kind of looks like.
八つ当たりしてねえで動けや、甘ったれ。誰も助けちゃくれねえぞ。
誰よ。何なのよ。何しに来たのよ。
誰でもねえさ。 嘘ついたまま本当に終わっちまっちゃつまんねえぞ。
That was that gum? Yeah. Motioned me to put my hand out and unceremoniously plopped a piece of 10 yen gum onto it. The boy smiled with a cold yet oddly kind expression, then finally took his leave by jumping out the window. All I could do was stand there and sob.
確か篠崎の家はこっちだったよな。
Oh, they pass each other.
変わった格好のやつだな。
天神賞も崩壊し消え去った今、罪滅ぼしに私に何ができるのだろう。
はい、お疲れ様。
おう、サトシ。お前今日弁当だよな。屋上で食おうぜ。
Ah, yes, the common
なあ、そう
common
だな。
trope.
今日は天気も良さそうだし、行くか。おお、すごい空だな。雲が全然ない。秋晴れだな。この辺で食べよう。しかしなんか妙に軽いな、弁当箱。よしき、今日はなんだ？時間あったから揚げ物にした。相変わらず何でも作れるな、お前は。俺んちは昨日の残り物とかだよ、多分。いいじゃねえかよ、この幸せもんが。そうなのかな？
Huh? For bread or something.
母さん。
あら、こんなところでご飯なの？今日は晴れてるし、一層美味しく食べられそうね。
Oh.
確か、
Hello.
庭クオン先生だっけ？
Oh, that's your teacher. Well, now. Q Van Halen. She was an English teacher with white hair, blue eyes, and a soft, delicate voice.
クラスメートの話によると、俺たちが天神小学校から戻ったあの日から、ちょうど半年前にこの学校に赴任してきた先生が死んだ。俺たちにその記憶はない。
Oh. So she's...
俺たちのいた世界では、ゆい先生という別の先生がその立ち位置だったんだ。
Yeah, so she like completely just swapped places with Yui?
だからこのクオン先生には悪いけど、天神小学校から生還した俺たちはみんなこの事実に違和感を感じていた。
サトシ君、ご飯がないの？何が食べたい？
In what sense?
好きな食べ物は？
Even he's a little flustered there.
カツ丼？なんだろうあの先生。
からかわれたんだよ。
Lunch has already started, so I doubt they have a whole lot left. Oh, so we can run, but we have a stamina bar. I didn't make it.
仕方ねえな。俺のエビフライ一本やるよ。うれ。
ほんとか？悪いな。
Huh? Wait, what the hell? What is this, Men in Black now?
持田聡様ですね。
俺？はい、そうですけど。
お食事をお持ちいたしました。
What the hell? A lacquer box containing pork cutlet on rice with egg, picture perfect in every way. It's my favorite meal, down to the last detail. That actually does sound pretty damn good, though. Yoshiki, utterly dumbfounded, loosened his grip on the fried shrimp he was holding. It plummeted to the ground, defeated by this new contender. That's a good question. Another new person.
委員長。
The classroom glowed with the golden hue of twilight, but my gaze was fixed at the floor. Must have been obvious to Nakashima that I had a lot on my mind.
大丈夫？委員長。
She asked this as she sat down at the desk in front of me, facing backward. She was trying to comfort me, but she had dark circles around her eyes too. She and I must have looked very similar to one another from an outside perspective. My left hand was still wrapped in bandages. It throbbed incessantly, reminding me of the previous night's events. I ignored it as best I could and forced an empty smile.
ごめんね。もうこれ以上迷惑かけないから。
迷惑ってどういうこと？
Couldn't bring myself to answer that. I just flashed another smile, a confusing one that must have looked very strange to her, and left the classroom.
委員長。
今出て行ったの篠崎か？
ナオミ、どうしたんだ？
委員長、なんだか思い詰めてるみたい。私たちでフォローしてあげた方がいいかも。
お前もだよ、ナオミ。無理していないか？
大丈夫。辛いのは私だけじゃないし。 私一人甘えてられないもの。委員長、変な気起こさなきゃいいけど。
As I walked, I thought back to my time in the hospital. I was lying in bed, arms and legs virtually mummified in bandages, when a woman with flowers came in to see me.
はじめまして。あら、そっくりですね、お姉ちゃんと。あなた、私は山村未来。
Mirai Yamamura.
あなたのお姉ちゃん日野江と共にウィッカインスティテュートという精霊崇拝組合に所属しているものです。
Okay, so she and Hino knew each other.
はい、これはお見舞いです。ご両親は今いらっしゃらない？お買い物に行っています。そう、お父さんもお母さんもまだ知らないのですよね、日の絵の死を。彼女が命を落としたあ
She
の日、
does?
あなたを追って旧篠崎家跡地へ向かう前に、日の絵は私に最後の連絡をくれていました。
Ah,
姉ちゃんがきっと自分の運命を理解して、そして受け入れていたのね。精霊は人の死期を教えてくれるの。その分できる精一杯の行動と覚悟が持てる。彼女は立派だったわ。
I'd been sitting up in bed but unconsciously started to curl into a fetal position as best I could with the bandages. Yamamura put her hand on my back to comfort me.
あゆみちゃん、日の絵の意志を伝えるわ。黒の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズを取り戻しなさい。代々篠崎家が守り続けてきた門外不出の禁忌の書よ。あの本が心ない者の手に渡れば、この世は混乱の淵に落とされてしまう。私たち WI は精霊と心を通わせる自然の意志にただ沿おうとする白魔女の組合。
White
ご両親の
witches.
反対を押し切って篠崎家から飛び出した日の絵は、今さら関わるのをためらっていたのだけれど、近年その存在を感じるようになってずっと気にしていたの。
Right, because they and Sachiko do share the same bloodline.
私とウィッカの仲間で調べたけれど、篠崎義恵と幸子の屋敷跡地にはなかったわ。更地だったはずのあの場所に焼け焦げた家の梁や瓦礫が現れていて驚いたけれど、あの場所からは消えても感じるの。存在はまだ残っている、この世のどこかに。
Yamamura looked directly into my
この
eyes.
町にあなたや篠崎義恵と同じ篠崎家の血筋の方が住んでいたのは知っているかしら。
Someone else? Yamamura pulled a notepad from her pocket and carefully wrote a name and address on the top sheet. She then tore the page and handed it to me. Makina Shinozaki. I knew that name. It was on the family tree.
牧野、 覚えている名前だわ。吉江の家の地下室にあった篠崎の家系図。吉江の上に並んでいた彼女の母の妹、おばにあたる人。
Her mother's younger sister. Yoshi's aunt.
その牧野さんの家に行けば何か黒の本を取り戻すための手がかりが残されているかもしれない。私たちは霊に対する感受性が強すぎて部屋に入ることもできなかったわ。何が起こるかわからないけれど、日の絵の意志を継ぐ強さがあるのなら頑張ってみなさい。
And with that, Yamamura simply turned and left the hospital room.
お姉ちゃんの意志。
Oh, now who are you? On the other side of the door, a peculiar girl stood in wait. As soon as Yamamura had covered enough distance to put me out of earshot, the two of them spoke.
ご苦労様。
これでいいのね。
Hmm?
お前らが息をしているだけでこっちは虫唾が走るんだ。殺さないでやるからさっさと消え失せろ。
Yamamura ran away as quickly as she could without drawing attention to herself. As if in response, the intimidating girl in the peculiar outfit spat on the hospital wall.
ったく、世の中アホばっかり。
As she mumbled those words, she sneaked a sidelong glance at me in my room. I was completely oblivious.
篠崎日の簡単に死にやがって。くっそ使えない。
It was time to meet my fate. I had no trouble locating Makina's residence. I don't know what I was expecting, but what I found was just an ordinary apartment building. I couldn't involve Machida and the others in this. They'd been through enough already. Besides, this was a family matter. My bloodline was responsible for this whole mess, so it was only right that I be the one to make amends. Alone.
ここね。下連雀南団地。ずいぶんボロボロ。
It's pretty run down.
これは何かの事情で取り壊されないまま放置されているのね。管理されているのかしら。
Ah, candle. Yep, those are once again our save points. In addition to most of the name tags being missing from the mailboxes, the ones that remain are encrusted with dirt and decay and are only barely legible. Some, in fact, are just plain rotted out entirely, or the slots for them are rusted over. They look like props from a horror movie.
ここにはマキナさんの家はないか。別の塔を見てみよう。
Okay, let's keep looking around then.
不法侵入だよね。
Technically.
気が引けるのと不安で落ち着かないや。急に扉が開いて「こら!」って怒鳴られたらびっくりして死んじゃうかも。
Uh-oh.
誰か来る。
Is someone living here?
あ、
When a person gets truly startled, she's unable to move due to the combination of fear and, well, being put on the spot. Like she's been planted to the ground. It may be human nature, but I hated not being in control of my actions. Nonetheless, there I was, sitting duck, just waiting for someone to come down the stairs. Except no one did. The seconds ticked on, but I was pretty definitively the only one here.
確かに足音がしたのに。
Okay. What is this? The mailbox was stuffed with vast quantities of tissue paper. The bottom layer of this stack had turned an unpleasant shade of brown. It may have just been from years of settling debris, but if that were the case, it shouldn't have been that dark. I slowly unwrapped the tissue, morbidly curious as to what I might find inside. It was only then that I noticed the inside of the mailbox itself, which was stained a deep crimson. It looked a whole lot like blood. I had unwrapped enough by then to see what was inside the tissue paper, too. It was the skeletal remains of a bird. The hell? On the rusted panel of the mailbox from which I discovered this gruesome find was a name scribbled in permanent marker. Shinozaki. I guess that's the place. What the hell?
気のせいだよね。懐中電灯。
Persistent use of your flashlight will eventually kill its battery. If this happens, you'll need to find a new battery and use it, or you'll be left in the dark. 401, Shinozaki.
トイレ行ってくればよかった。我慢しなきゃ。
The door's shut tight. Knock, knock.
すみません。
There's a doorbell on the wall nearby. Pressing only produces clicks. Guess there's no power. Hello? I took a deep breath, mentally prepared myself for what I was about to attempt, and grabbed the steel doorknob.
びっくりさせないでよ。
Maybe you should have turned the...
誰これ？知らない番号。
unknown number.
もしもし。
Oh boy. Okay, that's creepy. Wait. 0424 44 44 44 44 44 44 44 44 44 44 44 number disappeared from the screen as if the call had never been placed.
あれあれ
Of course, as a lot of us may know, the number 4 in Japanese is the same as the Japanese word for death.
壊れたかなやだもう開いてるすみません怒りっぽい人が住まなくなってから何年ぐらい経っているんだろうお邪魔します靴脱いだ方がいいかな
I don't think you have to worry about formalities here. Oh, you still are?
おかえり
What?
今人の声が
Yeah.
そうだ篠崎よしえの家に行った時の記憶を生かさなくちゃ今回はちゃんと用意したんだから
お姉ちゃんが研究のために使ってたボイスレコーダー
Voice recorder.
2008年11月10日午後7時48分篠崎真希菜の家捜索開始私は大丈夫頑張れるあの学校とあの家をくぐってきた
Okay. Another save point, though. Okay, with that, give me a... Oh, no. Give me a few minutes. When I come back, we'll explore the, Machina's apartment. I'll see you in a few minutes.